Well, hello there. Thanks for joining me here for Jams and Cocktails tonight. It's a little lonely here in the legendary JNC Lounge this evening, but that's all right, because I know I can focus entirely on you out there this evening. But I appreciate you keeping me company. At any rate, I am your host, Brad Brock, and tonight on the show, we're going on an adventure through some of music's biggest stars and their go-to cocktails. That's right. We'll craft up a few drinks to try. We'll play a round of Name That Tune with all of you out there. I'll hit you with this week's entertainment news and the Jordy Files, and maybe even squeeze in a tune or two. I don't know, anything's possible when nobody's yapping away and eating up the time. And it's just me. Thank you again for tuning in live with me tonight on YouTube, Facebook, or those of you listening in on Shore Life Radio, wherever you're catching the show. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel and like, share, and follow us on social media. I will be watching the chats and comments tonight as best I can, and the JNC text line at 321-345-6658. So drop me a line and let me know that you're out there. Just got some news for you guys before we get into the show. We've been gaining a lot of traction on the JNC YouTube channel, if you haven't noticed. We've edged even closer to our massive goal of 1,000 subscribers. I believe we're sitting somewhere at 904, which is pretty good. That's pretty good. And we're definitely going to be throwing a party for the 1,000 subscribers. So I'll figure out what to do when we cross that bridge. It's been a long time coming. It's been a lot of work to put our show in front of people's faces and in their ear holes. So this is an achievement that I have long waited for. So some of you tuning in right now have been there with us from the double and even single digits of subscribers. And I can't express how grateful I am to have you on this journey with us. So truly, thank you so much. Round of applause for you guys. Drums and Rum says a toga party. Hey, toga. I'm open to suggestions, believe me. I hope everybody had a fantastic and safe St. Patrick's Day. I spent mine down in Palm Beach Gardens with Steve the Bruce, Paul Robertson, and Derek, the Master of Disaster, at Patty Mac's for their lively parking lot party. It was exactly the kind of fun that I was looking for. Our friends from Kill Billies were performing with Ben and Hector, who also host the 561 Music Podcast, putting on an incredible show as always. It was great to catch up with them, and the whole night was just an absolute blast. So I hope you guys had fun out there for St. Patrick's Day. Maybe even got a green beer. Actual St. Patrick's Day was probably the fourth day that I had been celebrating, so it was pretty good. But I think that it's time to get down to business here. It was tough to decide, out of all the drinks that we're going to feature tonight, which one I wanted to feature as the cocktail of the week. But how can you go wrong with a classic? So let's do it. This week's cocktail of the week is a true classic, the Rusty Nail. Now, this drink isn't flashy, it isn't complicated, but it's got an undeniable smoothness, just like the man who made it famous, Frank Sinatra. Sinatra was a man of taste. He lived by a certain standard, sharp suits, timeless music, and a drink in hand that matched his effortless cool. And when it came to unwinding with his Rat Pack crew, the Rusty Nail was often his drink of choice. A simple mix of Scotch whiskey and Drambuie, this cocktail is warm, slightly sweet, and as refined as the music that made Sinatra a legend. Much like his music, this drink has stood the test of time. It's not just about the ingredients, it's about the experience. It's a drink meant to be sipped slowly, savored, and appreciated, just like a classic Sinatra tune. So in true old Blue Eyes fashion, let's raise a glass to style, to timelessness, and to a drink as smooth as the chairman of the board himself. Let's head over to the JNC bar to see how it's made. All right, and here's how we make the Rusty Nail. It's a 2-ingredient drink. Very simple, but it's a classic. You're gonna start with a mixing glass of ice. Then to the mixing glass with ice, you're going to add a 2-to-1 ratio of single malt Scotch whiskey and Drambuie. Then you're going to stir that in the ice till it's nice and cold, and then you'll strain it over one ice ball or an ice cube, up to you. Twist the lemon rind over the drink. Release some of those oils, put it in, and serve. Here's to old Blue Eyes. Oh, that's nice. Cheers. Yes, yes, yes. The Rusty Nail. Now, interesting enough, I heard of a rusty nail shot by a friend of mine named Dan, and it was something way more terrible. I think it was like tequila and Tabasco sauce. So when I heard about this, I was like, no, not going to do that. But then I read up on it, and it turns out that it's a wonderful cocktail. I'm going to give a shout out to Sweet Tracy, Kevin's better half, for sending this in. And really giving me the inspiration to do this episode. So cheers to Tracy. Cheers to all of you hanging out there. And cheers to all the fun cocktails that we're going to take a peek at tonight. Salud. Man. Now, as a Scotch drinker myself, this really kind of levels it up because it's Drambuie is a Scotch-based liqueur, so it really just adds the sweetness to your Scotch. That's really, really nice. So it just kind of takes that aggressiveness out of it and just kind of puts a little sweet. I think it's a wonderful cocktail, easy to make, easy to drink. I'll have many, 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 many of these tonight. Delicious. Join us each week for our cocktail or shot of the week by visiting us at jncpodcast.com to see what we're planning. Then you could tune in on Wednesday night to have a drink with us. So we'll be here to have a drink with you. All right. I suppose that now that we've got our cocktail of the week here, we should dive into tonight's theme. And of course, that's legendary musicians and their signature drinks. So I'm going to put this baby a little closer to me. I can get in quick sips while we go through this. Music and cocktails have always gone hand in hand. Whether it's a smooth jazz club, a rock and roll dive, or a high energy stadium show, chances are there's drinks in the mix. And some of music's most iconic artists weren't just known for their songs. They had their go-to drinks that became part of their legend. But think about it. Frank Sinatra, always cool, always classy, sipping on a rusty nail. The Rolling Stones, discovering the Tequila Sunrise and turning it into a rock and roll staple. Or Sammy Hagar, not just drinking tequila, but creating his own brand and his own spin on the margarita, the Wabarita. But it's not just the rock legends of the past. Modern icons have their favorites too. Bruno Mars brings that island vibe with the pina colada. Taylor Swift keeps it sophisticated, the French blonde. Teddy Swims is all about that smooth mix of gin and apple juice. Even Lady Gaga keeps it effortlessly cool with a glass of Pinot Grigio. So tonight we're going to mix up a few of these legendary drinks and talk about the artists who made them famous. And maybe even discover a new favorite of your own. So let's raise a glass and toast to the icons, because just like a great song, a great drink tells a story. Cheers. First up on our list, of course, you could probably imagine, Old Blue Eyes. That's right, Frank Sinatra, the voice of an era, was known for his smooth style and sophisticated taste. His drink of choice, the Rusty Nail, is a classic and is as classic as his music. A simple yet refined mix of Scotch whiskey and Drambuie, a honeyed Scotch-based liqueur. Served over ice, this cocktail embodies Sinatra's timeless charm and effortless cool. Next up on our list, we've already mentioned him, but of course, we're talking about Sammy Hagar and the Wabo-Rita. Red Rocker isn't just a music icon, he's a tequila mogul. Sammy Hagar created Cabo Wabo Tequila and developed his own spin on the margarita known as the Wabo-Rita. This drink blends Cabo Wabo Tequila, Cointreau, fresh lime juice, and a splash of Grand Marnier, delivering a bold yet smooth cocktail, just like Hagar's high-energy rock anthems. And who doesn't love a good pina colada? Bruno Mars does. Bruno Mars, his music is a tropical groove, and so is his favorite drink. A pina colada, a blend of rum, coconut cream, and pineapple juice, is a perfect match for his smooth vocals and island-inspired sound. Whether performing in a sold-out arena or vibing in the studio, this cocktail brings that feel-good, vacation-ready energy that defines his music. And is Philip in the mix yet? I haven't seen him, but tell Pamela to look away. That's right, Taylor Swift. She is elegance and storytelling, and that extends beyond music to her drink of choice, the French Blonde. A classy cocktail made with gin, elderflower liqueur, Lillet Blanc, and lemon juice. It's a sophisticated, yes, fresh sip. Like Swift's ever-evolving artistry, this drink is both timeless and modern, with layers of complexity and charm. And we mentioned him as well. Mick Jagger and the Rolling Stones famously fell in love with the Tequila Sunrise during their 1972 tour, and it quickly became a rock and roll staple. This vibrant drink features tequila, orange juice, and grenadine, creating a sunset effect in the glass. Just like Jagger's performance, it's bold, electrifying, and unforgettable. And the quiet one, the quiet Beatle, had a taste for the Brandy Alexander, a smooth and creamy dessert cocktail made with brandy, creme de coco, and cream, heavy cream. It's rich, mellow, and unexpectedly indulgent, much like Harrison's deep, introspective songwriting and spiritual journey. And an interesting twist on the gin and juice, Teddy Swims. His soulful voice is a mix of grit and sweetness, just like his go-to drink, gin and apple juice. The crisp, slightly tart apple juice balances the botanical notes of gin, making for an easy sipping yet flavorful cocktail that matches his blend of blues, R&B, and rock influences. I can't wait to try that one. Just spoiler, that's one that we're trying tonight. I can't wait to figure out what's going on there. Next on our list, bright, bubbly, and effortlessly charming, just like Sabrina Carpenter, the Limoncello Spritz, made with limoncello, prosecco, and soda water, is the perfect summer refresher with a citrusy sparkle. As Carpenter continues to shine in both music and film, this drink reflects her light, fun-loving energy. Sure does. She's cute. Next up, also cute in that kind of rugged kind of way, Janis Joplin and Southern Comfort were practically inseparable. The fiery blues-infused rock star carried a bottle of this whiskey-based liqueur with her everywhere. Whether taken straight or mixed with Coca-Cola, SoCo fueled her rebellious spirit and raw emotional performances. Oh, Janice. And finally, on our list here, number 10, Lady Gaga. Her go-to drink is as effortlessly cool as she is, Pinot Grigio. She even referenced it in her song You and I, a crisp and refreshing white wine. It bears well with her ability to constantly reinvent herself while maintaining an air of elegance and fun. Isn't that fun? Oh, so fun. Well, you guys are wonderful. I hope that this little segment made you thirsty. I know it did for me here. And maybe even pushed you to perhaps try something new and exotic. While you make yourselves another drink, would you want some live music? This has gone by so lightning fast, you guys, that I don't even know if I'm prepared to get up and do this. But here I am. You know me, always very well prepared. I'm going to have a sip of this beer. I got some live music for you. You guys, hang tight, and I'll make the move to the JNC stage and play a couple of tunes. And then we're going to take it out to the bar, out to Bargatory, and we're going to mix up some drinks. This show, it's on the move tonight. All right, don't go away. I'll be right back.
Legendary JNC Lounge. Please welcome to the stage the amazing singer-songwriter Brad Brock.
Fly me to the moon, let me play among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, baby, kiss me. Fill my heart with song. Let me play forevermore. A little word from old Blue Eyes. Now we're going to take a Tequila Sunrise with the Stones. want to be. It's easy to do. The things you wanted, I'm bought down for you. Graceless lady, you know how I am. You know I can't let you slide through my head. Oh, wild horses couldn't drive me away. Wild horses couldn't drive me away. I watched you suffer, and all ache and pain. Now you decided to show me the sea. But no sweet vacancies or off stage lines make me feel bitter. I treat you right. Oh, wild horses couldn't drive me away. Wild horses couldn't drive me away. I know I dreamed you a sin and a lie. I have my freedom, but I don't have much time. Faith has been broken, tears must be cried. So let's do some living. After we die. Oh, wild horses couldn't drive me away. Wild horses, we'll ride them someday. Wild horses couldn't drive me away. Wild horses, we'll ride them someday. All right, thank you guys so much. Hope you enjoyed those tunes. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to make some cocktails. Don't go away. This is Jams and Cocktails.
Jams and Cocktails will return in a moment. But first, a shout out to our March keg sponsor, Broccoli Brock. Thanks for keeping the beer flowing. Would you like to become a JNC keg sponsor? Reach out and ask how. And now, back to the jams and the cocktails.
Now that we've talked about some of these legendary musicians and their signature drinks, it's time to shake things up, literally. We're going to mix up a few of these classic cocktails right here and see what the hype is all about. So each of these drinks has a story, just like the artists they're connected to. Some are bold, some are smooth, and some are just straight up fun. So let's grab our ingredients, raise a glass, and start mixing, right? Here we are, almost done with this bad boy. All right. First cocktail. We're going to do the Brandy Alexander. This is George Harrison's favorite. It's a creamy and indulgent cocktail that was a favorite of George Harrison's. Now, George may have been the quiet Beatle, but this drink is anything but quiet. It's smooth, rich, and perfect for winding down after a long day. So let's get our ingredients together here so I'm not walking around or running around like a crazy person. First, we're going to get some brandy. We got some brandy and creme de coco. And then we need some heavy cream. Just so happen to have some right here in the fridge. And we got a little nutmeg over here for our garnish, and I'm going to go get some ice because that's pretty important. So don't move. Don't go away. All right, ice is so nice. All right, you guys, let's make it here. Get ourselves a glass to start. Move all this stuff kind of out of the way so you can see. We have a good view. Yeah, it looks pretty good. All right, we're going to start by filling a shaker with ice. Here we go. I'm going to be real honest with you guys. If I'm drinking all these drinks, I don't know where the night's going to go. Derek said he might show up randomly later, so that would be great if he could show up and help me drink some of these. Anyway, here we go. So, we've got our shaker with ice. And we're going to put in 1.5 ounce of brandy. That seems good enough for government work. And then 1 ounce of creme de cacao. Who doesn't love it? All right, 1 ounce in. And then we're going to do another ounce of heavy cream. I just bought this, so it's brand new. There we go. An ounce of heavy cream. Put the lids back on this stuff so I don't spill it everywhere. And then I imagine the next thing we're going to do is give it a good shake until it's nice and cold. It's calling for a different glass. Good thing we have one handy. And it says to strain into a martini glass or coupe glass. Now remember, they said this is a dessert drink, so well, not too shabby. Probably could have free poured that and made it work. And then we're just gonna put some nutmeg on the top as a garnish, and you can see it here. I pour some on the floor. That would be tragic. All right, let's give it a try. What do you say? Oh, yeah. It's sweet. It's got just a little hint of alcohol in it. You could just barely taste it. It's similar to like a White Russian. I think the heavy cream really makes the difference there. Oh yeah, that's really nice. Very simple, just like George Harrison, the Brandy Alexander. Cheers, you guys. All right, moving right along. Let me put this stuff away. Yeah, okay, Anne. She said, for those of you over on YouTube, she said, for those of you who don't like all the steps, she said, just pour some brandy. Just pour some brandy over some ice cream and enjoy it that way. I feel like it's a very, very similar way to enjoy this drink. Absolutely. All right, we'll set that one aside. And you'll be proud to know that I actually cut some garnishes and stuff up. So that's kind of fun. That just needed nutmeg, though. All right. Next up on the list. Oh, yeah. This is a good one. The Tequila Sunrise. That's right. It's a rock and roll staple. The Tequila Sunrise. This drink became a favorite of the Rolling Stones, as mentioned during their 1972 tour, and it's easy to see why. It's refreshing, it's got a killer look, and it goes down way too easy, as most of these drinks are appearing to. So here's what we're going to need. We're going to get some tequila. We've got here a very nice silver tequila. Can you read that? It's Brockila. Yes, it's our very own brand of tequila from my agave plants that I grow in my backyard. Isn't that exciting? All right, and what else do we need here for this? We need some orange juice. So we got our orange juice here, a little grenadine, and then of course our garnish. So here we go. What's so great about this drink is that it's simple, but it tastes great, but it's also beautiful. So I'm gonna find a glass where we can actually see it all go down. All right, this'll do. This'll do. That way you can see the layering that happens there. We got a lot of glasses that have this kind of design and not as easy to see. So. For you guys, anything. I'll do anything for you. All right. We're going to start by filling this glass with ice. So I have a question for you guys out there. Are you loads of ice people or just a few cubes? Because me, when I'm drinking I guess anything, a cocktail, a scotch, anything, I love loads of ice. I fill it to the brim, overfill it, it will melt, it will be fine. But I've heard some people, they like light ice in their cocktails. I don't know. I'm not judging. I just want to know what you think. I digress. Here we go. So we're going to do an 1.5 ounces of tequila. Not just any tequila. Brockila. That's 1.5 ounces. I'm using a different jigger here so as to not contaminate. And then it says 3/4 of a cup of orange juice, but I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna sit here and measure that out. Seems like a ridiculous calling. So I'm just gonna put a little bit in there and leave some room for the grenadine. Right? That seems good enough. Why not? All right. How are we doing? You guys doing okay out there? Thanks for joining me tonight. You're really keeping me company. Mike Farrow in the chat says he doesn't drink, but he likes less ice because more alcohol. I get it, and maybe that's the thing. Well, I don't mind everything mellowing down a little bit. I'm old now, Mike. All right, here we go, and this is the fun part, you guys. So you're gonna take your grenadine and you're gonna slowly pour it down the side of the glass. Now you can also do this with a spoon, and maybe I'll demonstrate both ways. But what's gonna happen is it's gonna sink to the bottom because it's heavier than everything else, and it's gonna just create that signature look that the Tequila Sunrise has, right? So we'll do a little bit just on the side of the glass, and then I'll do it with a spoon and show you what I mean here. So, and you'll see here. I'll get it a little closer to the camera. You'll see how it kind of sinks straight to the bottom. Right. Now you can also do it with a spoon. Just kind of put it over the back of a spoon, and it's just, I don't know, it's just a little easier. You can pour it a little faster that way. But at the end of the day, it's going to go straight to the bottom. Gosh, that's a lot. Anyway, all right. So here we go. So there's no need to stir this drink. You're going to just let the colors blend naturally. And we're going to garnish it with an orange slice. Holy moly, that's the biggest orange ever. And some maraschino cherries, because life's good. Because why not? There we go. And our Tequila Sunrise. Isn't that nice? I feel like maybe it'd be better in a little smaller cup, but that's pretty. That's pretty. I like that. All right, now it's the perfect drink to sip it while you listen to the Stones perform or on record. Let's give it a try, shall we? Now listen, you guys. Not gonna lie. It's a very tequila forward drink. So if you don't like tequila or you're on the fence about it or whatever, this might not be the drink for you, because the orange juice is more bitter than you think. and the grenadine is hanging out at the bottom. She's down there at the bottom, so that sweetness is not getting to you immediately. So if you don't stir this drink up, and you know what? Let's give it a try. Let's maybe give it a little stir. Well, that's wild. Maybe mix it up. Maybe it'll bring that sweetness up a little bit, give you some options. Okay. Yeah, that does, just giving it a little stir kind of like makes the color actually look a lot nicer. And it does bring some of that sweetness up to the top. So if you're not a fan of tequila forward drinks, this might not be the one for you, but man, that is good. That is good. I would maybe recommend using a better orange juice. We had Tropicana. I don't know. It's bottled locally here in Port St. Lucie, so can't be too mad about it. All right. Moving right along. All right, you guys. Since I'm sitting here half in the bag, this one I'm dying to try. Curiosity has gotten the best of me with this one, and I'm very excited. So, and now we're gonna keep things simple but delicious with Teddy Swims gin and apple juice. I actually heard him singing a song. I don't know the name of it. I can't recall, but he actually mentions I put gin in my apple juice, so it's kind of funny. But I guess on a TikTok, he also ordered a gin and apple juice at a bar, and they had it. Wild. So this is a smooth, crisp, and easy drinking drink, just like Teddy's incredible vocals. So if you've ever tried gin with apple juice before, or if you've never tried it, you're in for a treat. So that means I'm in for a treat. So let's get our ingredients. Here we are. We got a nice gin here. Philip says I could taste it here. Philip, you're lucky because I almost made the Taylor Swift cocktail, but I didn't have the stuff that we needed. So we're doing Teddy Swims instead. So we've got our gin, and wouldn't you know, our 100% Winn-Dixie apple juice and ice. I guess that's all we need here. All right, let me get a cocktail cup. Probably don't need to go bigger than this. Lord, I got a whole show to get through. Even though I feel like we're halfway there. All right, let's put some ice in this bad boy. All right, once again, I'm a loads of ice guy. What can I say? All right. Yep, they said this one couldn't be easier. You just fill a glass with ice. You pour in the gin. They're calling for 2 ounces. Good God. Good Lord. Maybe we need a bigger cup. They're calling for 2 ounces of gin and 4 ounces of apple juice. Sweet Lord. Well, I guess we're going to put in a gin and just fill it up. Maybe because it's a small cup, we'll just do that. Maybe just a little more for Brad. And we'll do half. There we go. All right. Oops, it's happening. It's starting. All right, you guys. And then we're going to, I don't know, you need to shake apple juice like orange juice. Anyway, we're getting in there. Oh, maybe I should have pre-poured this. This is going to be a disaster. Here we go. I'll put some apple juice into the bad boy. There we go. Yeah, painless. And then we're just going to garnish with an apple wedge, it said. So we'll just put a little apple wedge in there. I'm going to stir this one up a little bit because that's how we do, baby boo. All right. Again, I am stoked to try this drink because it sounds so so insanely easy, so refreshing. And I love apple juice. It takes me back to childhood. But I can't even wrap my head around that juniper flavor in apple. So enough talking. Let's get to trying. Here we go. Teddy Swims gin and apple juice. I'm gonna have to go back for seconds here. Listen, guys. Let's see here. It's unbelievable. The apple juice totally eclipses the gin taste. So if you're not a huge gin fan, maybe give this a try. Totally eclipses it. However, it seems like the gin kind of negates the sweetness of the apple juice, which is, pretty sweet. It's kind of a benign cocktail. I would say that it's refreshing. Gin has a very refreshing flavor to it, but it's not overly sweet. It's not what I expected at all. So maybe that's why my brain's not clicking. But it's actually quite nice. Not something I would think to order at a bar, but it's not terrible. And I imagine that it's probably got less sugar than a tonic or something like that. That's a nice drink. That's a nice drink. All right, Teddy Swims. All right, let me put this stuff away. Well, we've got what's left of some amazing drinks here on the table. 3 that we made. You guys can see those okay? We got one smooth and creamy, one bright and citrusy, and one fresh and crisp. Those are really good descriptions of these cocktails. And so the real question is, which one would you order first? So let me know in the comments. I'm going to take another sip of each of these before I go and give you another performance. Oh, that's crazy. All right. So before I do that, I'm going to give you a little ranking here. And my ranking is a surprise even to me. This one is my overall favorite. It's just great. It's sweet. It's delicious. It's a wonderful dessert drink. George Harrison's Brandy Alexander, #1 pick. Second favorite is Teddy Swims gin and apple juice. And surprisingly, and maybe it's bad for my brand, but surprisingly, my least favorite is the Tequila Sunrise. Maybe because I had too many party nights on it. Maybe my tequila sucks. I don't know. The world's our oyster. But I hope that you guys try them and you let me know what you think. I'm going to go and strap my guitar on again, and I'm going to play another song for you. And then we're going to get on with some Name That Tune and the Jordy Files. Wish me luck. Wish me luck.
She complicated and left me amused and right. Well, she complicated and left me amused and right. Well, my baby complicated, let me you to ride. Train roll out, and I swung on behind and go out. Crazy about that hard-headed woman of mine. Well, my baby's gone and got somebody to talk. My baby's on and got somebody to talk. Well, my baby's long and my baby's tall. She's still the head in the kitchen and I'm eating in the hall, and I'm still crazy about that hard-headed woman of mine. I love my baby, she's so fine. I wish she'd come around to see me sometime. Don't believe I'm in love, you can't hold I'm in. Don't believe I'm sick, you can't see I'm in. Well, she complicated and let me use to rhyme. Yeah, she complicated and let me use to rhyme. Well, my baby complicated, let me use to rhyme. That train roll out and I swung on behind and go out. Crazy about that hard-headed woman of mine. You know I'm crazy about that hard-headed woman of mine. You know I'm crazy about that hard-headed woman of mine. Thank you very much.
All right. Welcome back to the show. Oh, man. Yeah, it's tough out here on these streets by yourself. But we're back. We're back. I hope you enjoyed that song. That's one of my favorite Taj Mahal songs. Lord, he's out there still winning Grammys. He's got to be 1,000 years old. But yeah, that's you might also recognize a song from the Blues Brothers. But yeah, shake off the Katie. Anyway, welcome back. Here I am drinking the Tequila Sunrise because that was the least drunk. And we can't let anything go to waste here. But it is time to test your knowledge of popular music in a thrilling round of Name That Tune. All right, you guys, I'm counting on you out there in the chats and comments to put in your answers because I have nobody here in the lounge to play with me. So it's all up to you. So get those answers in quick, get them in early, and get them in correct. We invite all of our live viewers and listeners to play along with us in the chats and comments or on the JNC text line at 321-345-6658. We are looking for the name of the song and the artist or band performing it. Tonight's category is, were you paying attention? I don't know. Are you guys ready to play? Let's play. Why not? Here we go. First clue for Name That Tune coming at you.
Every night when the sun goes down.
Here's that clue once again.
Every night when the sun goes down.
Oh, Philip. And Lubeck. Nice job, you guys. Anybody else with a guess? Yes, you are correct. It is Tequila Sunrise by the Eagles.
It's another tequila sunrise.
This next one, if Jordan was here, she might have a better clue for you. But next clue, name that tune coming at you.
Now he's thinking about me every night. Oh, is it that sweet I kiss?
Here it is again.
Now he's thinking about me every night. Oh, is it that sweet I kiss?
Yeah, Jaybird, you might have spoke too soon. Might have spoken too soon. That was too easy. I want to ease you guys into this game, especially if you're the only ones playing. I'm just sitting here drinking drinks. I've got 3 things to drink in front of me. I've got the Tequila Sunrise. I've got a Bruchowski. And when all else fails, I've got a bottle of scotch hanging out. So we're doing great things. It reminds me of the old lounge, if you guys remember the old lounge, when I had an actual little mini bar next to me. It was lovely. I'll play it once again for you guys.
Now he's thinking about me every night. Oh, is it that sweet I kiss?
Jaybird, it's not the pony song, but it is Sabrina. You guys give up? Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, tick. All right, I got to give Jaybird half a point here because it is Sabrina Carpenter's Espresso. Ah, you got it. Look at you. Not bad, Jay. All right, you guys. Next clue. Redemption.
With so much drama in the LBC, it's kind of hard being Snoop D-O Double G.
I don't think you need it, but I'm going to give it to you again.
With so much drama in the LBC, it's kind of hard being Snoop D-O Double G.
How we doing out there? No, Lubeck, it's not that close, though. Jaybird's got it, though, in the chat there. It is Gin and Juice by Snoop Doggy Dogg.
Laid back. With my mind on my money.
Nice. Nice work. And Cobbin under the wire there with Gin and Juice Snoop. All right, next clue. Here we go.
When there's too much traffic, I can't pass, no.
Here that clue is once again.
When there's too much traffic, I can't pass, no.
We may or may not have talked a little bit about him earlier on in the evening. Yeah. Coming in hot. Lubeck, Jaybird. Nice job. We'll see if there's any under the wire guesses there, but you guys got it. Let's look on Facebook. Anybody watching over there? Usually never, which is good. I've conditioned everybody to kind of make the move over to YouTube. So, but we have some stragglers over there, and we love you guys. Yes, you guys, it is Sammy Hagar's I Can't Drive 55. Great tune. All right, and last but certainly not least, and this one is like kind of the wild card, might throw you for a loop, but I think that it's relevant. Here we are, last clue.
We like Ciroc. We love Patron. We came to party rock. We like Ciroc. We love Patron. We came to party rock.
That's a tough clue. That would be even a tough clue for me. And I made it. Let's see what you guys got out there. I'll give it to you one more time because it is a tough clue.
We like Ciroc. We love Patron. We came to party rock.
Jaybird said, nope. Oh, any other guesses? Anybody? All right, I'm going to give you another 10 seconds to kind of pull in, and then I'll give you the answer there. Nope. Nobody. It's crickets. It's crickets out in the chat. That's all right. It is. The song is called "Shots" by LMFAO. LMFAO, and that's of course featuring Lil Jon. Lil Jon. And we like to often quote that song during our Shot of the Week segment when we can. But that's it. Otherwise, you guys did pretty good. Nice job. I'm proud of you. Anyway. I'm down to the grenadine in this drink, and I don't like it. It's very sweet. Lubeck. What? Okay. Very nice. Very nice. All right, you guys. We're not going to lollygag because we only have 15 minutes before beer 30. And because I'm all here by myself, I might as well just chug a beer. So we're going to hit you with this week's entertainment news while proving that reading is hard for everyone, not just Jordan. This is the Jordy Files. Oh, yes. Welcome to the Jordy Files. Tonight in the Files, a music icon passes away. Will Smith is making a major comeback. A Hollywood director, here it begins. A Hollywood director is in hot water over a Netflix scam. And two exciting live music events are set to rock audiences locally here on the Treasure Coast. But first, here are some celebrity birthdays, because why not? First up, Young Gravy. Y'all don't know about Young Gravy? Well, he's turning 29 years old today. The rapper, known for his slick humor and hits like Betty, Get Money, keeps bringing retro vibes to modern hip-hop. So cheers to another year of smooth flows, Young Gravy. Next up on our birthday list, turning 70 years old, Bruce Willis. From Die Hard to The Sixth Sense, he's been a Hollywood action legend for decades. So here's the man who made Yippee-Ki-Yay iconic. Love Bruce Willis. All right, next up, comedian Theo Vaughn celebrates 45 today. He's a comedian and podcast king behind This Past Weekend. He keeps the laughs coming with his unique Southern storytelling. So I hope his birthday is as hilarious as he is. Andy Reid. Coach Andy Reid, the mastermind behind the Kansas City Chiefs Super Bowl victories, and as pictured, former coach for the Eagles, who just whipped their A's in the previous Super Bowl. It's got to be like heartwarming for him, but also devastating. I don't know. Either way, it's a very old photograph of Andy Reid, but he's turning 67, you guys. 67. Big Red deserves a big celebration. Lovely man. Excellent football coach. Glenn Close is 78 today, if you can believe that. Good Lord. The powerhouse actress behind unforgettable roles in Fatal Attraction and Dangerous Liaisons and 101 Dalmatians. We can count that, right? She keeps setting the gold standard. So wishing her a legendary birthday, as she deserves. Sharon Robinson might not be a name that you are familiar with, but you know a lot of her songs. She's turning 67 today. The talented songwriter behind some of Leonard Cohen's greatest hits. Everybody knows Alexandra Leaving. She's leaving her mark on music. She is a true artist. 67. Happy birthday, Sharon. Rachel Blanchard. She's turning 49 years old today. From Clueless to You, Me, Her. She's lit up both television and film with her charm. Wishing her a fantastic birthday. 49. Just a wee lass. We got some local entertainer birthdays. Ken Gill, the father of our good friend Summer Gill. He's celebrating his birthday today, a local music talent, keeping the scene alive. So I hope his day is filled with great tunes and good vibes. And I believe that he's actually down in the Virgin Islands where Summer moved to and living his best life. Love you, Ken. And love you too, Summer. I might have to go down to the Virgin Islands and interview Summer. That might just be something that I have to do professionally. So, Summer, if you're listening, you know, I might have to come down there and have an interview with you on the beach with some Mai Tais or something. And, business. Doing it for the business. Also a local birthday, Joe Weinman was rocking another year as the guitar slinger for Aerosmith and One-Eyed Willie. He's keeping the riff strong. So here's to another year of shredding, Joe. Happy birthday to all our birthday people. Love it. Love it. I'm just looking at the comments, and Sheila got the correct answer for the last song and name that tune. I wouldn't put it past you, Sheila. You're amazing. Got some sad. We're gonna bust out with some sad news straight out of the gate here. You guys remember the Youngbloods? Youngbloods. Music legend Jesse Colin Young, best known as the voice behind the Youngbloods' iconic hit "Get Together," has passed away at 83. The singer-songwriter died at his home in Aiken, South Carolina, with the news confirmed by his publicist. No cause of death has been shared. Young's music became a defining soundtrack of the 60s, spreading a timeless message of peace and unity. His legacy will live on through his unforgettable voice and enduring songs. And Get Together. You know, you guys know that song. Come on, people now. Smile on your brother. Everybody get together. Gonna love somebody right now. Great tune. Great tune. Awesome. Go listen to the Youngbloods tonight. Listen to all their records. That's sad. It's sad. But listen, man. 83, not too shabby. Not too shabby. Next up, Will Smith. Will Smith is making a big return to music. The actor and rapper just announced his new album based on a true story. It's dropping March 28th, his first in nearly 20 years. Fans can expect collaborations with Tiana Taylor, Jack Ross, and even his longtime partner in crime, DJ Jazzy Jeff. Smith, who recently released the single Beautiful Scars, says this project reflects a more personal side of him. And if that wasn't enough nostalgia, he also reunited with Fresh Prince co-star Tatiana Ali for a fun TikTok moment. So go check that out. It's safe to say Will Smith is getting back into his groove. I like that. I'm here, like kind of a crazy person, but Big Willie style. That record was defining for a generation. So, getting jiggy with it. Na, 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 na. You know. All right, next up here, the interesting story. I don't know if this guy sucks or if he's a hero, but anyway, Holly Weird is buzzing after filmmaker Carl Eric Rinch, best known for 47 Ronin, was arrested on charges of wire fraud and money laundering. Prosecutors say he swindled $11 million from Netflix for a sci-fi show that never aired, then splurged on luxury cars, antiques, and even cryptocurrency. Instead of finishing White Horse, the show Netflix paid for, Rinch allegedly funneled the funds into risky investments and extravagant purchases, including a fleet of Rolls Royces and a Ferrari. Just one. He's now facing serious legal trouble with his indictment filed in New York. So stay tuned for more on this shocking Holly Weird scandal. And on to more important and local news here, you guys. Get ready, music lovers. The Dirty River Jam is back. On Saturday, March 29th, this all-day music festival is bringing incredible live bands, delicious food, drinks, and even a kids zone, all while supporting the Environmental Studies Council. The lineup featuring our good friend Stephen D. Hunt, Vintage Radio, American Highway, One-Eyed Willie, who's Joe's birthday today, and the Misty Mountain Hop Led Zeppelin Experience. The vibes will be nonstop. Plus, enjoy a silent auction, raffle prizes, and awesome vendors. Doors open at 11 a.m., and that is at the Taco Tiki in Jensen Beach, 3340 Northeast Pineapple Avenue. And it's $5 at the door, so mark this on your calendars. This is not a day that you want to miss. It's going to be amazing. And since he's not here to do it himself, it's up to me. Our good friend, indie artist Kevin McLaughlin, is proving that it's never too late to chase your dreams. After putting his music career on hold to raise his children, he is back. He's gearing up for his first international tour this summer in the UK. To make it happen, Kevin is calling on fans to help cover the cost of airfare, lodging, equipment, and venue rentals. As a self-funded musician, every contribution counts, and supporters donating $100 or more will even receive a special merch pack. So check out Kevin's music on Spotify, anywhere that you listen to music, Kevin McLaughlin. And you can find out more information about this tour at kevinmclaughlinband.com. So let's make this tour a reality. He's got all the dates booked. He's just got to get there. And he's in the studio recording a new record right now. I love Kevin with my whole heart. He is my duo partner at the Square Grouper every other Thursday. And just a wonderful man with great music and a wonderful story to tell. So let's get him there. We're going to put a link at jncpodcast.com where you can go and throw him some cash. It'd be good. It'd be good. All right. And that, friends, concludes the Jordy Files. Yes. All right, you guys. Well, I feel like I have enough time to get through this before Beer 30. So we're going to do Brad's final thought. So grab yourselves a pen and some paper and take some notes. As we wrap up tonight's show, I just want to take a moment to appreciate something that's been at the heart of our conversation: the beauty of individual taste. Tonight we've talked about legendary musicians and the drinks they've loved. And if there's one thing that stands out, it's how vastly different we all are, and they all are. Some liked their drinks strong and bold, some smooth and sweet, and some preferred to keep it simple. And that's just like music itself. Every artist has their own sound. Every artist has their own style, their own story. But the truth is, it's not just about the music or the cocktails. This is life. We all have different tastes, experiences, and passions, and that's what makes the world so vibrant and unpredictable. Some people unwind with a rusty nail, others with a cup of tea. Some dance to rock and roll, others to jazz, hip hop, or country music. And some don't drink at all. And that's just as important because our choices, no matter what they are, define who we are. What matters the most is that we embrace those differences. We don't have to like the same things to appreciate each other. In fact, the best way to truly experience the world is by connecting with the people living in it, hearing their stories, learning about their traditions, and yes, maybe even sharing a drink along the way. And it's through these connections that we grow, that we expand our own perspectives, and that we make this world feel just a little bit smaller in the best possible way. So, whether you're raised a glass of whiskey, a margarita, or a cola, tonight let's toast to the people that make life interesting, to the artists, the dreamers, the storytellers, and the friends who challenge us to see the world in a new way. Because it isn't about drinking the same drink. It's about pulling up a chair and sharing the moment together. So cheers to that, and cheers to all of you. Thanks for hanging out. Round of applause for Brad. I truly love each and every one of you. All right. I know this is when most people sign out and leave the chat, but we got to go through some of our shameless plugs. All right, friends, it's just me. So very quickly, shout out to our sponsors and partners at Leak Busters Roofing, the Bug Juice, and code RUM. Right now, you can actually get a great deal on the Bug Juice. Oh, shit!
Wake up, it's beer 30.
Oh, that was beautiful.
Beer 30, my favorite time of day. I've been watching the clock and the time keeps ticking away. I'm taking care of business, I'm a hard-working man, you see. Until beer 30 comes to take care of me.
Beer 30. I tried it. I couldn't get through it. All right. So I'm going to chug this beer because Mike Farrow would be proud. So that's simple, right? Cheers. Beer 30. Kevin McLaughlin, go look at his GoFundMe. Oh my God. So cold. Woo! That was uncalled for. Oh, Jesus. All right. Well, hope you're impressed, Mike Farrow. Where was I? Right now, you can get a great deal on the Bug Juice when you order from their website. Just use code JNC for a discount at checkout. Check out our partner podcasts at Drums and Rums, the Riffs and Rhythms podcast, both of which are featured with us on the B3 Podcast Network. And you can find that wherever you listen to podcasts. B3. Oh, boy. Lots of burps coming. Podcast Network. The Al Beltran Podcast. 561 Music. Nia's My Rum Diaries. And our friends at Ghost on the Aux. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel on YouTube. That seems reasonable. 904 subscribers in this very moment that we're living in. We're so close to 1,000. We're going to do something huge when we hit it. It's been a milestone goal since we started this thing. At this point, so 1,000 is essentially where you can start monetizing things on Facebook or I'm sorry, YouTube. It's not even about that anymore. It's just been the milestone for so long. We just want to share what we do with more people. More people in chat is more people for you to have fun with while I'm just rambling on about shameless plugs. So we're so close. So keep sharing, keep liking what we do, keep tuning in. Man, that's awesome. You guys are amazing. You kept me company all night. We're going to come back to that. We'll circle back to that. But yes, and you can like, share, and follow us on Facebook and YouTube. That will all eventually point back. I'm sorry, Facebook and Instagram. That will all point back to YouTube. Once again, shout out to Broccoli Brock. Yes, Broccoli Brock for being our March keg sponsor. Jaybird, who's in the chat tonight, he will be back as our keg sponsor for April. We also have June. It's most likely we're going to be taking May off. Jordan and I are going out to Las Vegas. We're actually going to be having a meeting with another podcast that's out there. And we're very excited about that and maybe kind of getting into cahoots with them on some things. So yeah, May is going to be a big month of growth for us while we develop things. So when we come back in June, we have a keg sponsor for June and we're going to have a great season for you guys. So, yeah. So July is up for grabs. If anybody wants to get in on that, if you've got a business or a project or a brewery, that's even better. And you want to promote it, or you just want to make sure that we have enough to drink, that's fine and dandy with me. You could reach out to me, email, DMs. It's all good. It's a $100 sponsorship, and there's a bunch of ways to get that sorted. So, also, if you just love what we do, consider supporting us for $5 a month on Patreon. That's right, Patreon. You get some behind the scenes footage. I do have I had a little meltdown doing the shot of the week today, or the cocktail of the week, filming that. So I think I might pull some bits out of that. I got a little bit mad about stuff falling all over the place. So that's always fun. Behind the scenes blow ups. So it's $5 a month. Check it out. Patreon.com/JNC podcast. Or you can literally find links to everything I'm talking about right now at jncpodcast.com. Check out localmusicfinders.com for a great local entertainment calendar for the Treasure Coast and beyond. And come and see me perform around the Treasure Coast in my one-man band. And you can see everywhere that I'm playing at bradbrock.com. And that's been my shameless plugs. Yes. Just reading Jay Bird's comment there. It feels like just last week it was $6.79. I know. So really what we've been doing is and I don't know if you guys have been seeing this out there, but we've been, putting up, some shorts. It was what YouTube calls their reels, what they call their TikToks. And we're really just kind of doing on this day music history. And it's a really great way to get our brand in front of people that we didn't necessarily know before. And we've had a couple really, really take off. So I will be eventually building episodes around some of those big hitters. We had one video about the Temptations, particularly their song My Girl. We got 25,000 views on that and countless likes and comments and people really feel a certain way about the Temptations. So I think that we need to do a deep dive on that group and in Motown, I think on a whole, because that seems to be a really nice place where people are very passionate about. So we're going to be working on an episode for that. It's going to be awesome. And yeah, we've been doing these short videos, have been introducing what we do to a larger audience, and they've been subscribing, and I think that's great. So, we're not paying for subs. We're not doing that. Everything that you see is organic, and we're just creating content that people want to see. And our Smokey Robinson birthday episode was a big hit as well. And I'm so thankful for the people that watched that video and commented and subscribed because of it. Smokey is a huge influence on so many artists and was a major factor in the Temptations and all these cats coming out of Motown. So the guy is an absolute legend. I'm so glad that he's still with us and creating. And I think that's just amazing. So I'm just happy to pay tribute to these people and bring a light to some of the things that you might not know in the music world. And sometimes we'll throw some cocktail stuff in there as well. So I don't know. It's going very, very well. And I appreciate you guys from being there from step one. And that's all I have to say about that. I hope you all enjoyed our show tonight. Thank you so much for keeping me company. Truly blessed to have you this evening. Join us next week for another live episode of Jams and Cocktails. Until then, friends, take care of yourselves and each other. Broadcasting live from the legendary JNC Lounge. I'm Brad Brock. We love you. Good night.
Oh, I'm amazed. How did this all